would like you all to participate with me in a visual activity. I would like you to close your eyes and imagine you use all the money in the world to create a house. But not just any house, your dream house, like this one. And you can design it however you want. Now I would like you to picture that with the push of a button, anything you desire, anything you imagine will appear in your house. But there's a twist. You only have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to create the house you have always imagined of. Let's begin with the couch. This couch shouldn't be good, but perfect, and nothing but. Let's make the color white. No, black. Oh, maybe we should add a recliner in. No. Uh-oh, we are going to be here a while. Whew. After so long, we finally have our perfect couch. And we have, 2 minutes. We have to hurry. We haven't decorated any other part of the house yet. It doesn't matter how it looks, we just have to get it done. And 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Whew. We finished in time, but it isn't exactly how we imagined our dream house to look, right? We wanted it to look more like this, but that didn't happen. Have you ever been in this situation? Well, I, Megha and Annadi, have been in this situation many times. Being a perfectionist is exhausting, and you have to choose when to be a perfectionist and when to let go. You may be questioning, how do I know this? How do I have the right to say this? Well, I'm a perfectionist and I always have been, especially last year in 7th grade. And with that experience, I have learned that being a perfectionist isn't always worth the stress or the time. Last year in 7th grade, I had several science projects to do for school. I will talk about one of them. This project was pretty easy. We did a science lab, and all I had to do was compile the information from it into a presentation and make it look visually appealing. Pretty easy, right? Well, I went overboard with this project. I spent so much time changing the fonts and the colors and everything about the presentation. I spent about 2 to 3 hours on this project, which was way more than the expected time I was supposed to finish this project in. Now, after spending so much time on this project, I still have to finish my other homework, and I didn't have very much time for that. I had to rush, and I didn't exactly get the grade I wanted. At the time, this was manageable for me. As the year went on, it continued. When I was trying to be a perfectionist, I would be closed off, anxious, and I would start losing confidence in my abilities to finish my homework in time. It was getting out of control. I was even getting annoyed with myself, and I was sleeping way too late every single day. This also affected my parents because whenever I had a project, I would do it late into the night, which meant that they had to stay up until I finished my work. They were stressed, and so was I. As things started to get unmanageable, I started to think that maybe I was doing something wrong. Now, I didn't just wake up one day and say, I don't want to be a perfectionist anymore. It took some time. I talked to my friends about school, and they weren't stressed about it at all. They were sleeping reasonably well, and they were still getting good grades. I started to think that maybe I was doing something wrong. When I talked to my parents about it, they told me that I don't have to be perfect every time and at everything. I thought about my mom's words. It sounded convincing. Now, where do I start and how do I get over my habit of doing everything perfectly? I knew I had to change my mindset from being overly thorough. I had these 3 things guide my way to changing from a perfectionist to a just get it done approach: acceptance, willingness, and time management. I accepted that I was doing something wrong instead of pushing myself hard, trying to make things perfect. Once I accepted, I showed the willingness to change my ways. With daily school homework and other learning activities, time is of the essence, and I have to manage my time. Following the rule of first things first, I identified what is important to complete the project and I finished it, without wondering how it can be made perfect. My dad told me of the 80-20 rule. Only 20% of the effort contributes to 80% of the result. And I took some time to identify what that 20% was. Whenever I would start my work, I would follow my plan to use my time efficiently. I would put checks on the progress of my work and remind myself that I don't have to be perfect and there are other things to be completed. After I made that change in my mindset and followed the above simple rules of first things first and 80-20 rule, I started to enjoy my work. I had more time for things I love to do outside my schoolwork. There's nothing wrong with being perfect, but it should not go as far as to overwhelm you and impact other important things. While perfectionism is a desired quality of work, compulsive perfectionism is counterproductive. Thank you.